Hi guys, in this chapter, you'll be learning to graph this combined transformation. Let's recall what we have learned for basic transformation. Translation. Translation is the movement of the graph in the horizontal or vertical direction. We have learned translation parallel to y-axis and translation parallel to x-axis. Reflection. Reflection is a mirror image of the graph about the line of reflection. We have learned reflection about y-axis and reflection about x-axis. Scaling. Scaling is the expansion or contraction of the graph with respect to a line of reference. We have learned scaling parallel to y-axis and scaling parallel to x-axis. So today, we are going to learn combined transformations. When we combine different transformations together, the sequence of the transformations is important. We are going to observe the sequence of transformation for y equals a fx plus b first. Given fx equals modulus x, gx equals 2 modulus x minus 1, observe the graph and deduce the sequence of transformations from fx to gx. Describe the transformations clearly. We observe that the transformations involve both scaling and translation, so we need to explain in two steps. First transformation, scaling parallel to y-axis with scale factor of 2. We multiply each y value by 2 to obtain the green dotted line. Second transformation, translation parallel to y-axis, y unit in negative direction. We shift the green dotted line downward by 1 unit to obtain the red line, which is the graph of gx. Can we exchange the order of the sequence? Yes, here's the alternative sequence. First transformation, translation parallel to y-axis, half unit in negative direction. We shift the graph downward by half unit to obtain the green dotted line. Second transformation, scaling parallel to y-axis with scale factor of 2. We multiply each y value by 2 to obtain the red line, which is the graph of gx. For this sequence, we need to be very careful about the distance of translation. It is half rather than 1 unit. It is because when you do scaling with scale factor of 2, let's say 2 multiply bracket modulus x minus half bracket. We'll expand the bracket. You will find that 2 multiplies half becomes 1 unit. So it is half rather than 1 unit when you do the translation. Although both sequences are correct, first sequence is clearly easier than the second one. So when we do questions in the form of y equals a fx plus b, it's better for us to do scaling first before translation. Now we are going to observe the sequence of transformation for y equals ax plus b. Given fx equals modulus x, gx equals modulus 2x plus 1, observe the graphs and deduce the sequence of the transformations from fx to gx. Describe the transformations clearly. Similar as y equals a fx plus b, we need to explain in two steps. First transformation, translation parallel to the x-axis, y unit in negative direction. We shift the graph leftward by 1 unit to obtain the green dotted line. What's the function now? Here it is y equals modulus x plus 1. Second transformation, scaling parallel to the x-axis with scale factor of half. We multiply each x value by half to obtain the red line, which is the graph of gx. So y becomes modulus 2x plus 1. Bear in mind, the scale factor is reverse of A, which is half. Let's discuss about that in the previous chapter on translation. Remember, we can exchange the order of the sequence. Here's the alternative sequence. First transformation, scaling parallel to the x-axis, the scale factor of half. We multiply each x value by half to obtain the green dotted line. What's the function now? Yeah, it is y equals modulus 2x. Second transformation, translation parallel to the x-axis, half unit in negative direction. So we shift the green dotted line leftward by half a unit to obtain the red line, which is the graph of gx. So how do we get it? y becomes modulus 2 times x plus half. After the translation, the expanding, and we will get modulus 2x plus 1, which is the function of gx. Once again, we need to be very careful about the distance of translation. It is half rather than 1 unit. Again, both sequences are correct, but the first sequence is clearly easier than the second one. So when we do questions in the forms of y equals ax plus b, it's better for us to do translation first before scaling. Hence, for combination of transformation, the general guideline for the sequence of transformation is y equals b plus cx dx minus a. For first transformation, horizontal translation of a unit, we obtain y equals fx minus a. The second transformation, horizontal scaling of vector y over b, we obtain y equals f dx minus a. Third transformation, vertical scaling of vector c, we obtain y equals 3f dx minus a. And fourth transformation, vertical translation of b unit, we obtain y equals 3f dx minus a plus b. Please take a note, if the scale factor is negative, then carry out the reflection about the respective axes. Let's say if b is negative, then for the second transformation, the scale factor becomes modulus b reverse. And after the second transformation, we carry out another transformation, that is reflection about the y-axis.
Right? And that will be the end of this chapter. Thank you very much for your time and passion.